Welcome to the episode of Locked In. This episode, I'm going to be telling you about my 3,500-mile long-term review of my Cobalt Warhawk. Are you looking for a gravel bike that's not like everybody else's, that you might have seen on this channel, or if you're new, have never heard of this brand called Cobalt? If that's you, stay tuned and let's talk about it. So basically what I wanted to go over is my long-term update of my gravel bike, which is my Cobalt Warhawk, which I've built on this channel, and that was one of my first series partnering with the company doing a ground-up build, and I really appreciate Cobalt believing in the Locked In YouTube channel. So shout out to them. I'll have links for their website in the description below. But let's go over just a quick thing. This is just kind of a synopsis. If you want to hear more details about this beautiful bike that I've been riding for the last 2 years, I'll have the link for my full review in the description below with all the gritty details. So what I want to go over mainly is what I've changed since the review, if I still feel the same way about the pros and cons about this bike, and if I change anything else. And make sure to put in the comments below what you love and would want to change about your current gravel bike and what gravel bike that is. So let's get into the quick stats about the bike. I have over 3,500 miles on it, and it's been flawless since. I've put this thing through its paces, trust me, in multiple wheel sizes, multiple terrains, and I successfully made it through last year's 2022 grinder, and that was the hardest ride I've ever done, but I actually completed it. So if you want to see that video, again, links like everything else are in the description below. And this thing has held up through the test of time. I haven't broken a derailleur hanger or anything else. It's been literally perfect, and I haven't worn out anything besides your standard tires and chains. The paint job that I put on it has held up because I have put a 3M protective film on basically 90% of this bike, and that's something that I highly recommend for any gravel bike that you have. And if you need some tips and tricks, I have a video on that as well. So the one thing I've changed from that review is I've only really ridden this in 700C mode since that review. I have been riding these Scribe Gravel Plus Plus rims that I've reviewed on the channel, and these have been flawless. And I worked with American Classic, and they've been sending me tires that I'm dropping reviews on that I've been riding, and all of them in the tire size that I wanted were 700 by 50. They do make a 650V tire, but not in a 2-inch or above tire like I like riding on this bike when I did go 650B. I've ridden a ton of tires in this 50C size, and I really like the stability of this bike on 700s in comparison. It obviously doesn't handle the big chunk, which I would have liked to have for my last Grandero ride for the terrain I was on. Most of the stuff I ride here in California, this is plenty of tire, and it rolls a lot better, and it doesn't get as unsettled over random loose rock or little baby heads like Russ from Pathless Pedals like to say when I'm riding downhill. So the only thing realistically I still want to change is everything I listed in my review, which is essentially adding a third bottle boss here underneath the down tube and seat tube to have another alternative position to move my bottles back and forward to fit a frame bag, either full size or half size. And I think that still a slightly more sloping top tube would make it a little bit more forgiving as far as ride quality and give you more dropper post options if you are a shorter leg individual for your height like I am. And I would want the dynamo mounting hole for a front light in the front fork. It doesn't have to be rated for a bike rack. I get that some people like that, but that's just not for me. I'd rather go bike packing bags, but I would like that mounting hole option. Besides that, it's been a breeze. I've definitely kept in contact with Cobalt, and they've answered any questions I've had. Obviously, I've had other bikes on this channel that I will be doing reviews for as well, including the Cobalt Marauder, if you're looking for a lightweight all-road gravel bike or road bike, as well as my mountain bike that's back there that's half apart. That's my Cobalt Diablo, which is going from flat bar to a drop bar gravel bike. If you want to see that video again, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn notifications on. And I've been really happy with the brand overall, and something that you can definitely trust that will separate you from the pack as far as what you're riding. And it's been a high quality, very reliable bike that you get a lot of custom touches that you don't normally get with most brands that you've heard of without going to their top end $10,000 plus custom bikes or builds. If you have any other questions, make sure to put them in the comments below. I do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. If you have any questions about this bike, or hit up Cobalt directly if you want to work with them on a custom build, because they do offer that, so you can get a turnkey bike and the exact components that you want right out of the box. So I hope you like this episode. Please make sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Links are in the description below so you can keep an eye out on what's going to come through on this channel. And thanks for watching this episode of Locked In.